Welcome back one and all to the latest episode of the Good, the Bad and the Ugly at Liverpool FC podcast, brought to you by the LFC File and of course myself, Mr. Ben Green. Thank you very much for stopping by. We've got a very interesting episode for you this week, so remember, if the content floats your boat, please do like, subscribe, press the notification bell, and remember to leave a comment as well and let me know your thoughts. Spread the word, of course, tell your friends and fam, and let's continue to grow the community. So it's a very interesting episode, as I've just mentioned, we have this week. Of course, I'm going to begin with a shameless plug to remind you that the season summary for the 24-25 season, where Liverpool, of course, secured number 20, is out now. Should be a picture and a link in the description below. So please do bag yourself a copy. £8.50 in GBP, and of course I think it's around $8.99 in euros and dollars. So please do make a purchase, support myself and the channel. It will be very helpful indeed to just help us continue to pay for the various subscriptions and the things that need to be done in order to bring this content to you. And of course, it being the 3rd of November, or shall I say the 3rd of November, this is the Movember, or the first thereof, Movember editions, to raise awareness, as we know, for men's health, prostate cancer, and of course suicide prevention. For those that don't know, suicide among men is one of the biggest, let's say, concerns among men in modern day life. So please do, if you can, find your way to donate. That will be very helpful, and there'll be a link later on. I will share that in the podcast. So let's begin with the good. And the good this week is without doubt Liverpool returning to winning ways with their 2-0 win over Aston Villa at Anfield. I have to say I was a little bit bearish going into this game, the way we've been performing recently. I thought it was just odds on to be a bit of a damp squib, and us coming away with nothing, as we've sort of made a habit of doing in recent games. But lo and behold, the correct Liverpool team did turn up, and yes, a 2-0 win was secured. A lot of very good performances. Most notably for me, I would say, is Ryan Gravenberch. You can see what a difference this guy's presence makes, especially as the likes of Alex McAllister is not quite up to speed yet. Konate, well, form seems to have deserted him, although he played okay, to be fair. It was nice to see Robertson reinstated at left back in place of the currently hapless Milos Kerkez, who I'm sure will come good, just not at the moment. Good performances all round. Conor Bradley as well, done well on the right hand side, showing his willingness to come forward, and he was also pretty stern in the tackle. So yeah, good result there. And as was reported on Sky Sports by Adam Bates here, we've got the headline: Liverpool 2, Aston Villa 0. Mohamed Salah makes it 250 goals for the Reds as Arne Slot side end their losing streak. Couldn't sum it up any fairer than that. He goes on to say, match highlights: Liverpool win 2-0 against Aston Villa at Anfield. Mohamed Salah and Ryan Gravenberch scored the goals to end a 4-game losing streak in the Premier League and lift Arne Slot's side up to 3rd in the table. I think we're now actually 4th after Man City won yesterday. But very good all-round performance. As I say, Gravenberch's return was very welcome. The lead, I think, was secured on, 46 minutes? It was just in the first half, injury time anyway. And then as the second half went on, and Aston Villa, they kind of lost their way a bit, to be fair to Liverpool, and Gravenberch popped up on 58 minutes to score a deflected effort. So yeah, good performance, great result, very welcome. It's nice to see Mo Salah score for the second game running on his right foot. Shock horror. So yes, all is well in the Reds' garden. So nice to see there. Florian Wirtz came on late on, no, didn't really affect the game very well. Got nutmegged. Yeah, we'll gloss over that one. Maybe I'll take that out. I don't know. But yes, good result for Liverpool. So back to winning ways and back among the contenders, as one would have expected going into this season. So moving swiftly on to the not bad. And the not bad is just an article I saw in the Mirror this week. It's from Bruno Rice in the Mirror, where he says Liverpool owners FSG stance on Arne Slot future as agent talks held. Why, I don't know. But Liverpool have lost 6 of their last 7 matches in all competitions, but owners Fenway Sports Group are said to be fully behind head coach Arne Slot, which is nice to hear when you see the likes of Nottingham Forest, West Ham and Wolves, sacking managers fairly early on, it has to be said. It's nice to see that the owners are coming out in support of Liverpool's boss, Mr. Arne Slot. I wouldn't call it the dreaded vote of confidence. I think they're just reiterating something that any sensible Liverpool fan would expect. I don't think you can go from winning the league one season, albeit not with your team, but still, he's had to do a job, to losing 6, 7, whatever games in a row and getting kicked out on that basis doesn't really make sense. So I'm glad that they've come out in his defence and just quashed any sort of stupid rumours which are bound to surface at this time. So yes, I'm pleased with that, and it's really, if I get the article up here, Bruno Rice goes on to say, Reese or Rice, I'm not sure, goes on to say, despite a challenging few weeks for Liverpool, Fenway Sports Group, in brackets FSG, are reportedly standing by manager Arne Slot. The Reds have suffered 6 losses in their last 7 matches, sparking speculation about Slot's future. I don't know where that speculation came from, actually. So then it goes on to say, next they'll be heading to the Etihad Stadium to take on Man City before the international break in the run-up to these pivotal matches, not to mention, of course, the visit of what they called, Real something, Madrid, I don't know, some team plays in white anyway, coming to Anfield this week. So yes, an interesting period coming up for Liverpool, for the team and fans and players alike. It would be great if we could get 2 wins out of these 2 games. I think that would put an end to any such discussion about Slots or anyone else's future. But yes, nice to see that he's been dropped Kirkes. Not nice for Kirkes, but I think you need to you need to earn your place in the team, and I think young Milos has kind of struggled a little bit, to be fair to him. So yeah, we move on, take the guy out of the spotlight, and hopefully he can regain his place at some point in the not too distant future. And we move swiftly on in this episode to the ugly. There isn't really anything particularly ugly this week, although it depends on your point of view. But what I've chosen for the ugly is simply my mug, because as we may or may not know, November is now upon us, and with that comes the event of Movember. And for those of you that don't know, Movember is a yearly event which aims to raise awareness for men's health, men's mental health, prostate cancer and suicide prevention, and to raise funds for this cause. So you should see at some point a picture of my boat race and a little summary of where I am so far. I've got a target of €550 this year, which I think is more than doable. €85 have rolled in so far, and I've just started this morning. So thank you very much for that. You know who you are. Yes, if you'd like to make a donation, there is a link in the description below. So please do make you find a couple of quid to do that. And if you can't, then please do just raise awareness, whether it's going to be going a funky tash like myself, or having a little get together with some friends, some family, whatever you can do to raise awareness for this. Because for those that don't know, the rate of men's suicide in our society these days is alarmingly high. I'm going to put a little statistic up there so you can see. It is really something which is worth taking some notice of and doing what you can to prevent. Any life saved is going to be a brother, a son, an uncle, a nephew, whatever it's going to be, saved and able to contribute. So there you go. That's my two penneth, and any support you can give would be gratefully appreciated. On that note, I'm going to bring this episode to a swift close. Short and sweet this week. But thanks a lot for stopping by. Remember, please do like, subscribe, press the notification bell. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and of course spread the word, and let's continue to grow this project together. Thank you very much. I wish you all a very good week ahead, a very safe week ahead. Look after yourselves and one another, and until the next episode, peace. Your NFC file.